The hall was bursting with noise, laughter, and bright lights when suddenly, everything went silent. A small boy, barefoot, thin, and shy, stepped into the spotlight. His shirt was faded, his hair messy, and the guitar in his hands looked like it had already lived 1,000 lives, its wood cracked, its strings uneven, its sound hole patched with tape. The audience, expecting a spectacle, now only whispered in confusion. "Who is he?" someone muttered. But when the boy lifted his eyes, something about them made the whole room still. They were filled with a quiet strength, a kind of pain that only truth carries. The host's voice softened, introducing him simply. "Next, a young boy with a story to tell." The microphone shook in his trembling hand. "I'm sorry if I don't sing perfectly," he said, his voice small yet clear. "This song, it reminds me of my father." Then, the first chords of Hotel California echoed, hesitant at first, then strong, soulful, raw. Each word poured from his heart like a memory long kept inside. His voice cracked, but it was beautiful, full of honesty, longing, love. By the chorus, people were no longer watching a boy sing. They were remembering, a father they lost, a childhood long gone, a dream once chased. When his voice finally broke, he whispered into the mic, "He used to sing this to me before work, before he never came back." Silence filled the air, then came the applause, not loud but trembling, as if the audience itself had found healing through the boy's song. In that moment, the world forgot about fame, perfection, and applause. They simply listened, to a son's love echoing through the chords of a broken guitar. After the show ended, flashes of cameras surrounded the little boy, but he didn't seem to care about fame or attention. Reporters rushed in, microphones thrust toward his face, asking, "Where are your parents? How did you learn to sing like that?" He only smiled shyly, eyes lowered. "My mama sells flowers near the bus stop," he said softly. "She couldn't come, she's still working." Those words hit harder than any headline. Later, as the city lights shimmered and the streets grew quieter, the boy walked home, carrying his old guitar like a treasure. He looked around the crowd of strangers until his eyes found her, a small woman in a worn dress, her hands full of roses, her face lined with both exhaustion and pride. "Did they like your song, Anik?" she asked gently, her voice trembling with love. He nodded with tears glistening in his lashes. "They clapped for Papa," he whispered. She wrapped him in her arms. "Then he heard you, from heaven," she murmured, holding him tighter than ever. The two walked home together under the streetlights, the boy humming softly, the mother limping slightly but smiling as if the whole world had changed. Their home was small, the air heavy with the scent of flowers and hope. As they reached the door, she took one fading rose from her basket and placed it in his hand. "For your next song," she said, her eyes shining. "Sing it like a thank you." He nodded, clutching the rose as though it were gold. That night, before sleeping, he whispered into the dark, "I'll sing for you, Mama. I promise." Outside, the moonlight fell softly over their tiny home, blessing the dream that had just begun. Weeks went by, and Miguel's performance spread like wildfire. His video flooded every screen, millions of views, thousands of comments. People around the world cried, shared, and whispered about the barefoot boy who sang Hotel California with the heart of an angel. But while the internet wept, Miguel's life stayed the same. He still woke before dawn to help his mother sell flowers, still played his guitar by the corner when the streets quieted. Fame hadn't found him, just the echo of it. Yet one morning, something unusual happened. A sleek black car stopped near their small alley. A man in a neat suit stepped out, holding a briefcase and a gentle smile. "Are you Miguel?" he asked. Miguel nodded, clutching his guitar nervously. "I'm from the Harmony Foundation," the man said kindly. "Your song changed my life. We'd like to offer you a scholarship, full music training, housing, everything you'll need to study." Miguel blinked in disbelief. "For me?" he asked softly. The man nodded. "For the boy who reminded us what music truly means." His mother broke down in quiet tears, the kind that come after years of prayers. "Can I bring my mama too?" Miguel asked. The man hesitated, then smiled. "Of course. She's part of your song." That evening, they moved into a small house provided by the foundation, clean walls, a bed, light bulbs that actually worked. As they sat on the porch that night, Miguel played softly on a brand new guitar. His mother listened, eyes closed, tears on her cheeks but a smile on her lips. The old world had not forgotten them, it had simply been waiting for their song. This time, Miguel whispered, "I'll sing for her." Months later, Miguel stood once again beneath the brilliance of stage lights, but this time, everything was different. He wasn't barefoot anymore. His shirt was crisp, his guitar gleamed, and his mother sat proudly in the front row, her once tired eyes glowing with joy. The crowd was larger than ever, filled with faces from around the world, waiting to hear the boy who had touched their hearts. As he strummed the opening chords of Hotel California, the hall grew still. But this time, the song sounded richer, not because of better training or equipment, but because Miguel had learned to sing from a place deeper than sorrow. His voice carried peace, forgiveness, and gratitude. Midway through, he paused, then added his own verse. A verse for mothers who sell flowers to keep dreams alive. A verse for fathers who work so hard they forget to come home. A verse for children who still believe in love even when the world forgets them. The melody melted through the air, turning tears into quiet smiles. People in the audience held hands, strangers moved by something far beyond music. When the final chord faded, silence fell, the kind of silence that feels sacred. Then came the standing ovation, thunderous, endless, heartfelt. The host, speechless, whispered backstage, "He didn't just sing. He gave something to us." Miguel looked out into the crowd and found his mother, her hand pressed to her heart. Their eyes met, and for that moment, no fame, no applause, no spotlight could shine brighter than her smile. That night, as the video went viral again, people didn't call him a singer, they called him a healer. And in every corner of the world, someone whispered, "He made me." Years later, the world knew his name, Miguel, the boy whose voice healed hearts. He had sung across continents, recorded albums, and used his fame to help children who once lived as he did. But one quiet evening, he returned to the street where everything began. The noise of the city had changed, new cafes, glowing lights, people rushing with dreams in their eyes. Yet Miguel stood still, his old cracked guitar slung across his back, the same one that carried his first prayer. He walked to the very corner where his mother once sold flowers and placed a single red rose on the pavement. "We did it, Mama," he whispered, his voice trembling with love and loss. Just then, he noticed a young boy sitting nearby, strumming a broken guitar, barefoot, shy, yet full of that same spark Miguel once had. "Do you sing?" Miguel asked kindly. The boy nodded, hesitating. "Sometimes, when no one's listening." Miguel smiled and knelt beside him. "Then sing when no one expects you to. That's when hearts truly listen." The boy smiled and began to play Hotel California. Miguel stepped back, watching as a small crowd gathered, just like before. The melody floated through the air, carrying the echo of the past into a brand new beginning. Miguel's eyes glistened as he whispered, "It's your turn now." The camera slowly panned upward, showing the glowing street, the child singing, the rose on the ground catching the golden light. A soft voiceover closed the moment. "Kindness is more than giving, it's passing on the light that once guided you." Because sometimes, the smallest voice can still move the world. The screen faded to black, and words appeared. The Gental Impact, real stories. Real humanity.